friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Today I have the third video in my collection series where I'm going shelf by shelf in my collection, and I'm showing you all my colored in books, all my books that have whips, all of my books that are unfortunately untouched and need love. And so far the first two I've already shown, and I kind of showed how I am making a record of it through my iPad. I'm not going to show you my iPad in this one because you can see it in the other two videos. It's the same deal. And I already started making a playlist. So if you haven't seen any of the videos, you can go to the playlist and you can just start from the beginning and then just keep going. Sorry about that, guys. And yeah, I figured now would be a good time to record because kids are sleeping. Not everyone's asleep, but for the most part, kids are asleep. And I thought, okay, we'll give this a shot. So my third shelf, I would have to say 60%. I'm just looking at my stacks. 60%, 60% of it looks uncolored. And then I have more whips than I did in my last shelf, and not tons of actual colored books, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this. I've already put in all the stuff in my database, I guess you could say, in my notebooks, and I've organized it. So I'm going to show you uncolored first, whips, and then colored. That's kind of the flow I'm going with. If there's any uncolored books that you see in the collection that you have that maybe you want to do a buddy color in the future, or you would like to see me color on the channel, please let me know in the comments. Right now I'm not taking any buddy colors until like March or April. I'm completely full for February, and February is almost over anyway. Yeah, I didn't even finish all my buddy colors yet for February. We'll see if we can get them done. But even if we set it as one of those buddy colors that when we finish, that works too. So we'll just kind of get started, and I'll start with the uncolored books. And if you want to leave a comment on what books that you like when in this shelf, that would be great. Just to give you an FYI, my books are unorganized. So if you see an artist and you're thinking, I know Jamie has more of that artist, it's because my books are unorganized. Because like one of my eerie books is in here, but I have a lot of eerie books. So yeah, it's just my books aren't as organized as I'd like them to be, but they will be after I go through shelves one by one. Anywho, we'll get started. So my first one is this one right here. It's called The Art of Coloring, Journey to Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Star Wars coloring book. It's a keepsake coloring book. It's a Disney book. And when I saw this, I thought it was really, really cute. And so I picked it up. I remember I originally got it on Book Outlet, and then I gave that one away, and then I got another one. So yeah, because I really wanted it. So if you're a Star Wars fan, you'd probably like this book. And it's pretty much single-sided. It just has this on the opposite side. And it's very chibi-like. Yeah, I'm not familiar, like that's the Mandalorian. I'm not familiar with like the newer Star Wars, but obviously like I think that's Luke, and I think that's supposed to be the just Yoda. But I'm familiar with the old Star Wars. And obviously that's Leia and that's Obi-Wan. So the stuff towards the beginning is more for the older films, I believe. So there's that one. And this would be a good one to do for May the 4th. Because they have this thing that's May the 4th be with you. So it's kind of fun. Or you could do that during Space Timber because it's Star Wars. I have Crystal Vogel's, this one. This is the second one of her fairy books. I've colored in the first one, but not the second one. And these are stunning. When I color in these type of books, I feel like I really need to do a really good job because I don't want to like screw it up. And then I don't want to use markers because I don't want any bleed out because I want to color these images on the side. So yeah, they're beautiful. These particular books, I believe I got them on Amazon UK because they weren't, sorry guys, they weren't on Amazon US. So I believe I got them on Amazon UK. And then I have the mermaid one, Crystal Vogel's. And this one would be great to pull out for mermaid. Or anytime, really. If you're feeling sea life-like. I do like her mermaids. And I like her characters because they have different facial expressions. They change throughout the pictures. Look at that one. See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the octopus is singing them to sleep. It's beautiful. Oh, and this one, it was like just a little image and then a thing. Like, I don't know if it tells about this particular mermaid. I'd have to translate them. But yeah, there's that one. I do have the Christmas one, but the Christmas one is actually in my Christmas stash of books, so it's not in with these. I have this book right here. This is a top Colorful World book. This is Reagan Bogan. I believe this is like an Ursula Schwab book. But after watching Elm Colors, I'm wondering if it's a various artists do these books. I thought I had colored in this one, but I must have colored in the garden one. But this one's the rainbow one. And they're basically single-sided. Many times I think I want to destash these and then I end up keeping them because they were hard to get. Because I have a hard time getting into her work. I don't know why, but I just do. But since this one has rainbows in it, I should definitely try. Because I like rainbows. So there's that one. I have Dramenganger by Thomas Lavtomic. And this one is like a very precious book to me. I haven't colored in it because I'm scared to color in it. And it's a thick one, double-sided. And we've got just intricate, detailed images. And I think I shouldn't be scared. I think I should just go in and slowly chip away in a picture, and eventually it'll come together. I mean, this is stunning. Even she's stunning with the animals. Ooh, the underwater one seems intimidating. All of them do. But his work is just amazing. And I also have Villain San, and this one is also by him. This one's a lot thinner than the Dramenganger. And this is double-sided. Now I want to say the book that's thicker, that's called Sprott something, it starts with an S. I think it's the same images as Villain-Son, but it's single-sided. But since I have this one, I don't need that other one. I just, yeah. So there's those two. I have the Rabbit Girl coloring book, or Bunny Girl coloring book. This is a Asian book that I have. I haven't translated who the artist is, I'm sorry. But it's pretty much single-sided. I have flagged many pages to color in this, and I just never get to it. But I think it's so fun. And it wouldn't be like overly complex to color. So, like bunnies. I think you can get this one on Amazon US. All right, guys. So I have Exploratorium, a search and color mission by Leigh Meldres, and I also have Fright and Seek. And many people say, oh, these are both the same coloring books. They just changed the name. Well, I don't think they are, honestly. If you can tell by the spine, yes, the covers are the same, but Fright and Seek is thinner than Exploratorium. And I wanted this book originally because, let's see, let's find the one I wanted to color. Is it the Alpine? I'm just looking real fast. Maybe the Rainforest. There's a Magical Kingdom one. The Rainforest one looks really cool. But I want to say it was here's the North Pole one. Is it the Safari? Yeah, I really like the Safari page. And the Alpine Adventure. And then in the Fright and Seek, has the Safari. It's missing some, I believe. They don't seem the same. Well, there's the North Pole. I don't know. This one just seems so much thinner. I would have to go page by page to really see. Robot Factory, Graveyard. There's the North Pole. But anywhooser, so I have this one because I felt like there was images in this book that aren't in this book. But yeah, it's basically a search and find type of coloring book. And like I said, I think it's just fun and unique. And then this one that I've had for quite some time, I have a whip in here, the Fright and Seek one. If I can turn to it. It's the Alien Invasion one. I started this one, and I started coloring it with crayons, twistable crayons, and I never finished it. But this one would be a great one to finish for like Space Timber or something. But yeah, I just noticed that the one seems thinner, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. maybe I have to go page by page to find out really what the differences are. The next book in my uncolored is Nature Odyssey, a wild coloring book journey, or wild coloring journey by Chris Garver. And I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. It's very simple to me. Animals. I feel like this would be a great book to play with gel pens, different mediums, because the paper is fantastic. Yeah. We'll see. So there's that one. I have the Star Wars Mandalorian coloring book, and this is based off the film, or I guess the TV series, and they're all single-sided, and they're pretty much all the characters. And a baby Grogu, Mandalorian. So if you needed to look up reference photos for colors or something, you could easily look them up because they have who it is, you know. It's pretty plain in the background, but it's still a really good, unique find, I think. I've had this one for a long time in my collection. It's called Tentacle Kitty coloring book. And this has various artists in it. Fabulous paper. So the kitty basically has tentacles like an octopus. I think it's supposed to be kind of like an alien-esque creature. There is Camilla Jericho pages in here. Another Camilla. I mainly got it because of the Camilla Jericho images, but these cartoony style ones are fun too. And this one's fun. There's another one. When this first came out, I saw it on a lot of channels, and now I don't see it very often anymore. I've seen this one colored. So there's that one. Like I said, I think it's an alien kitty. I have the Chronicles of Narnia official coloring book by C.S. Lewis. I had got this one on Book Outlet a long time ago. I really like this sketchy illustration style. Even if I never color in it, I still think it's cool. Really neat. This has a line. It's kind of dirty or something, but I'm not gonna let that worry me. This is when they're in the beaver's house. And this is Mr. Tumnus with Lucy. So there's that one. I have the Little Mermaid coloring book. And this one is based on the original story by Hans Christian Andersen. And this was also a Book Outlet find. Really gorgeous mermaids in here. That's kind of zen doodly. When I'm on Book Outlet, like when I got this a long time ago, you don't know what it looks like inside. Sometimes you just have to take a risk. I also have the Beauty and the Beast. These are all kind of together because they kind of remind me of the same illustration style. There's a lot of wallpaper in this one. Look at all those owls. Chairs. Very busy, but there's the Beast and Belle. She is again. Beast. Bird cages. That one looks like stained glass. Yeah, this is a very busy book, but really unique. I have Winnie the Pooh coloring book. And again, this is that sketchy illustration style. And there's words in this as well. I really love this. Winnie the Pooh is one of my favorite Disney characters. And this reminds me of the old school Winnie the Pooh looking stuff. And even if I just added a little bit of color, not a full colored thing, I think this would look really pretty. It has really nice paper. So I wonder about watercoloring in here. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to ruin it. I mean, look how cute that is. And, oh, help, said Pooh. Yeah, that one's a really cute one. Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And these are original illustrations from Sir John Tennell. Again, that sketchy style. Painted in the roses red. And again, this would be perfect to just add a little bit of color to and bring these images to life. And the paper's fabulous. So there's that one. I have Millie Murata's Island Escape Coloring Adventure. This one has lots of birds and butterflies and stuff. And I was trying to see if I colored in this one, because I thought I colored in all my Millies, but I didn't see anything when I flipped through it. Bunnies. So if we're flipping through it and I see one, it will surprise me. When I show you my other ones, you'll see how I approach a Millie Murata page. Lots of birds in there. Maybe that's why I haven't colored in it. Birds intimidate me. The American Road Trip. So color your way to calm from coast to coast. This is another book outlet find. And this is by Michelle and Brian Sharkey Vaught. And this is single-sided. And it just goes from town to town. And see, there's Las Vegas. They don't have my state in here. But I'm also not on, like, next to the coast. So, Detroit, New York. You know. It would be fun to take an approach to these and kind of like have an American road trip feel in your own home. So that's why I hang on to that. It wasn't that expensive, and so I thought I'd give it a try. This is The Princess Bride, the storybook to color. And I have the other one, that's the quote one. Looks very similar to this, but it has quotes in it. So if you have seen The Princess Bride, you will know all about this. This has some quotes, but not as much as the other one. Boo. We'll never survive. The giant. There. A silhouette one. So there's that one. I have a Throne of Glass coloring book by Sarah Mayas. And I don't know the story of Throne of Glass, but I just think it's a really cool book. And I would color these pretty much however I wanted, because I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Yes, there's a little bit of a storyline here, and it says Queen of Shadows, so I'm guessing that is the book that they're referencing or something. And like Heir of Fire, so I'm guessing it's a book series. but I think it's really unique. I'm into fantasy and like Lord of the Rings and, you know, things like that. So I think this is kind of a unique book. Like, that's scary. I don't know if I'd ever color that, but I like the ones with the girls. I've seen this one done. It was beautiful. Yeah, so that's Throne of Glass. I have Gulliver's New Travels, Coloring in the New World. This one was another book outlet find. This one is very busy, but I think if I took like Doodle Robot and Coloring Maya's approach to something like this, it might be really fun. So that's why I hang on to it. Because sometimes you need a book that's kind of chaotic to balance the chaos in your own world. Yeah. Very interesting. Visually interesting. And you could do lots of different colors. You could do a color palette. I have the Mortal Instruments official coloring book. Now, I have seen this and they have this, the first movie, or the first book on a movie on Netflix, I believe. Yeah, they call it Mortal Instruments. But if you watch Shadow Hunters, I believe it's on Hulu, you can kind of watch the whole deal. This is supposed to be Clara, I believe is her name, and she does have red hair. Yeah, I've only seen so much, but see, City of Lost Souls is one of the books. I need to read all the books so I know what I'm coloring. City of Fallen Angels, City of Glass, and I think it was City of Bones is the first one. City of Ashes. Yeah, City of Bones. Yeah, this is the one that I think they did the movie on. All the different characters. It's such a unique book. So happy to have this in my collection. I need to start on one of the ones from the beginning of the book that I know the storyline, because then I would know what I'm coloring, because I would like to do that with the right colors. I have the Avatar, The Last Airbender coloring book. This is one of those books that I got on the like 3 for 2 sale on Amazon a long time ago. And I just thought it would be cool. And when I saw who made it, and I knew that well, it's a Dark Horse Publishing. They make all these little storybook ones that I've been showing you. And so I know they have great paper. I thought, yeah, I wanna get that. Now, have I read all this stuff? No, but that's okay. I don't mind coloring this one however I see fit. I mean, this one doesn't seem nearly as intimidating as Throne of Glass. So, yeah, I think it's unique and cool. So if you're looking for something kind of different, you might like something like that. I have the Christopher Robin Deluxe Coloring Book. And of course, since I love Winnie the Pooh, I had to get it. I think this is based off of the Christopher Robin movie. And this is like thick. This is like cardstock. There's Christopher Robin all grown up. I love that. Even though it's wallpaper, I still love it. All those wallpaper. I don't know about the bike one so much, but not so cute. More wallpaper ones. But I think that one in the train is cute. There's not tons of images in here because it's such thick paper. I think using watercolors in that would be really fun. I've had this one in my collection for a very long time. It's called Cats and Dogs, An Exquisite Colorful Journey. I don't know if you can still get this one or not. This is the artist Constantinos Laramentes or something like that. But it's basically spiral bound and was made in 2018. So yeah, it's single-sided and it has cats and dogs in it. So if you like cats and dogs, this is one. It was like, I searched really hard to find it. And now that I've had it in my collection for a while, I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not. So we'll see if it survives. I've already put it in my uncolored list. So I'm going to try to see if I can work in it sometime this year. But yeah, it's very cool. Very unique find. All right, now I'm showing you my whips here. So I have the Look and All Around the World fashion coloring book. And I really like fashion shows like Project Runway and stuff like that. And so I thought maybe I would like this book. And this is by Sua. And so it just has images of people, different expressions, different hairstyles, different clothing, different patterns. The paper, it's not super thick, but it's okay. It's better than Amazon paper. And like this says it's Shanghai, so the images in here will be from Shanghai. It like is sectioned off from like city, like New York. And the one I started was this one. And I believe this is in London. And I colored her a long time ago. And I remember I was so proud of how I did her. And then I just stopped coloring because I didn't know what to do with all the empty space. And I didn't know what to do with all this. And yeah, I don't know if this is going to end up being one of those books where I just color the girls and take them out or collage in the background. Yeah, I haven't really decided because I do like the girls. I think they're fun and fashion forward, unique. I have the Hello Kitty and Friends coloring book, and this is by Viz Media. And like I did a little tester right there, but it's basically single-sided. That looks like stained glass. I have done, I'm getting there. I started this one Halloween. Never finished. It was all glitter gel pen. It would be a trick to find this pumpkin color to color this pumpkin. But maybe I'll just have to find something to work if I want to finish that. It's my one whip in this book. Oops. I know I have more than that. I have a rainbow page too. So I did this one, Under the Sea, and used gel pen on all the fishies. My daughter colored this dog. She was really little. And done this one with the rainbows. It's fun with gel pens and easy coloring. Oh, that's my daughter again, coloring. I have the Flower Fairies coloring book, and these illustrations, it says Frederick Warren, but I want to say the illustrations are by Cicely Mary Barker. So this is like an ivory colored paper. Very gorgeous. This is my whip. I like based these blueberry type things, but haven't gone in and done any shading. This is my first time trying to use Inktense pencils. One of my firsts. Yeah. Need to go back in and finish him sometime. Clean him up. Make him look fabulous. All the images in here are just stunning. Look at that. That would be perfect for Valentine's Day. Yeah. Any of these colored would be just beautiful. And this one I got on Book Outlet a long time ago. So I didn't pay full price on that one. Beatrix Potter coloring book. Another one. That was a Book Outlet find a long time ago. Again, very cream colored paper. I think it's made by the same publisher as the Flower Fairies. It's very thick paper too, so it can take water. And the images aren't that complicated. And I have this whip that I started, I think I showed how to use gel crayons in coloring books. It was a long time ago I did the video. I don't even remember. Maybe it was in 21. But yeah, I should come in here and clean this up and finish it. It's cute. And then I've done this Peter Rabbit page. There's that one. I have the Tomb Raider coloring book. And this is another one of those Dark Horse books. But I have a whip in this one. Let me just show you kind of what's in this. I don't know the story of Tomb Raider. I think these are different artists, but because that illustration style looks different than that illustration style, see? So they're all really unique. She's cool looking. And I treat this pretty much single-sided because it just has these type of things on the side. And my whip is the very last page, and it's this one. I wanted to actually make it look like Princess Jasmine, and she was going down the cave, and I was gonna make it all gold down here, like she was going down the Cave of Wonders herself. And yeah, that's what I was going for at the time. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever come back and finish this or not, but yeah, at least I made a mark in that book. I have the Romantic Country, the third tale. So this is the only Airy book I had in this like shelf, but that's okay. I was fortunate to get the English copy before it was gone many years ago. And I only have 2 colored pages in here, and they're both whips. No, actually, I have a finished one in here, now that I think about it. But you guys have seen this book probably 1,000 times on people's channels. But I can show you the whips that I have. So this one is a whip, and I started this with crayons. I wanted to see if you can blend crayons. Yeah, you can't really, not on this paper. So I think if I come back in here, I'll probably cover up this orange yellow thing with black or something, or some kind of acrylic paint, and clean this up to fix it. I've done this one. This was with my review of the Pecos colored pencils. So it was the Valentine page. And then my other whip is this one, which is the Winter Peaceful Days in the North. I use Crayola Super Tips and pencils. I remember that much. I have the Fantasy Season coloring book. Unfortunately, I haven't seen this available anywhere. And so it's kind of hard to find. It's a really cute book though. So if you see it and it's affordable, I suggest grabbing it because it has fabulous paper and it's really cute. And it's divided up in months. On the bottom here, it says the month and the page number. But yeah, it has these cutesy animals, really fun. I keep starting pages in here and not finishing them. Like I started this one, and this is a fall page. It's in September. And this was testing the Derwent color softs, I believe. Yeah, look at all these. I love that with the tree houses. I don't know if I could get both of those pages done, but you would want to work on them together so that everything matched. There's a lot of doubles in here. This is a double that I started. Got all my grass colored. I just need to go in and start working on the flowers, and there's a circus tent right there. And this is in May. So, yeah. But now that I have a better idea for this particular paper, I'm not so scared to try watercolors or water-based mediums in here. Before, I thought I could only use pencils. So that's probably why there's not much colored in there. So this is the other Crystal Vogels that I was talking about. I have colored in. Oh, this is the one that I've done. So I've done the double, and I love how it turned out. It's so vibrant and pretty. I don't remember the pencils I used, but I know I have gel pens and distress ink. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And I appreciate my buddy coloring this with me, because I probably would have never dived into this book if it wasn't for my buddy. Yeah. I kind of broke the spine, so that's probably why it just wants to turn there. But it's really cute. So I don't think these are... Oh, there's some fairies. I was going to say, I think these are just little people, but I thought I saw a fairy on one of them. The other one is more fairies. This is like little toadstool people. So cute. Look at that one. It's really cute. I like their little faces. I have the Enchanted Creatures coloring book by Lalita Eiler. And this was sent to several people on YouTube for review. And I shared this one on the channel. And I colored one for the review. And this is the one I did, which is the Luna Moth. And I picked a color palette and went with it. Used distress inks. And there is alcohol marker base. But I love it. And this one was highly liked on my Instagram. So yeah. Lots of interesting ones in here. Turtle. I have the Splat, Nickelodeon The Splat, coloring the 90s. This one I'm debating about getting rid of, but I'm not sure, because kind of was a kid in the 90s and I can relate to a lot of these shows because we had Nickelodeon. And it's pretty much single-sided. And you could just color these straight with alcohol markers. And the one I did is this one with Chucky and Tommy. And Spike is Tommy's dog. And they're getting cookies. And I didn't do any shading or anything. I just colored this literally straight, because if you watch the cartoon, there's no shading. It's just block coloring, basically. Yeah. So there's that one. Here's my other Princess Bride As You Wish coloring book. So this is the one that has all the quotes in it. Same paper as the other one, but this one's going to have all the quotes. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. I can cope with torture, he says. I think their faces are kind of different, but this is the only one I've done. Anybody want a peanut? Because the giant says, or he says, no more rhymes, I mean it. And then he says, anybody want a peanut? Because he's making a rhyme. Such a good movie. I love The Princess Bride. I have Amelia Murata's Brilliant Beasts coloring book. And this one's nice and thick. And I have colored in this, so I'll show you what I've done. Did this, the beehive page. So my approach to her pages is I divide them up in sections. And as you can see, is I've used glitter gel pen and like fine liner. This is pencil shading. This is pencil shading. There is metallic on all the bees' wings. I have just a little bit of distress ink on the background. Yeah, it just gives it some different kind of dimension and different layers. And it was fun. It took a couple days, but I got it done and I think it worked out really well. Yeah, I haven't done anything else in that, just that one. But I have done one in this one too. This is with Wildlife Wonders. And I think this one was sent to me by Ashley's Coloring Journey. If I remember right. I think she had 2 copies and so she sent me one. And so this was my first Amelia Murata. And, well, the frog one looks cool. That would be one I wouldn't mind tackling. I've colored this elephant before, I feel like. This is the one that I've done. So I did rainbow fishies. And so you can see how I took the approach. So I took the color palette and just extended from the color palette to create that. And then the background has extreme glitter Mod Podge over an acrylic background. So it's all shiny. So it makes these fish pop out even more. Yeah, there's a snake. I haven't done anything else in here, but yeah, I did the one. I have Fairy shampoo. This one, look, it was originally $13.95 at Hobby Lobby, and then it was $5.02 at some kind of thrift store, and then I bought it on eBay for $6. So yeah, it's been around the corner. It's very thick paper, not cardstock. Well, pretty close, but not quite. It's just a whole bunch of these girls with different hairdos. And I think it's such a unique book. It just, yeah. This is the page I've done, and this one was originally colored a little bit by whoever owned this before me. So I wanted to go over it and do my own thing. So I went ahead and went over it and did my own thing and finished her up to cover up what was there before. There's a little bit of bleed out right here. So when I get to do this one, I'll fix that. I find it a challenge. So when I get books that have already been colored in, and there were like mistake coloring or a child colored in it, I feel like it's a challenge. Like, okay, now Jamie, how are you going to take this and make it your own? And I find it kind of fun, actually. So, yeah, there's Fairy Shampoo. I have Joyous Blooms to Color by Ellery Fowler. And this is one that's been in and out of the stack to go as well. And because I'm not a flower colorist, but I don't want my only flowers books to really be Johanna Basford. I want a variety a little bit. And so I decided to keep it because maybe I'm just not into flowers at the moment, but I will be. I don't know, we'll see. But I do like the quotes in here. The bees are pretty. And I've done just this. The book belongs to page, very colorful and glittery, just as Jamie. So nothing too special, but I did color in it. I have the Peter Rabbit coloring book, and this one I've had forever. This is illustrated by Charles Sattore, and this is very thin. It's grayscale, and it basically is the story. And the one I did in here is this one, and that was done with Prismacolor pencils. And it was very quick because it's grayscale. I really should come back here and color some more. I was trying not to push too hard with Prisma because I didn't want to muddy up the grayscale. I think if I came back in here to color more, I would probably use polychromos. But I only had Prismas at the time, so I just used Prismas. Mouse Guard coloring book by David Peterson. Now, this is a very coveted book. I remember when I got it, I was so excited, like over the moon excited. Scared to death to color in it, but over the moon excited because I thought this was such a cool book. Because I like Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. And this kind of reminded me of that kind of feel. And like the world of Tolkien. And yeah, I was just thrilled about this book. And the paper, fabulous paper. And yeah, it took me a while, but I eventually did color in it. I'll show my pages. So I've done this one. And I used ink tints and a little bit of Prisma on top. That turned out really nice. And I've done this one with the fox. And on this glitter on the music is actually glitter nail polish. I probably wouldn't have used glitter nail polish if I would have known this would have been like such a rare book. I probably would have used something like Winkostella or some kind of paint because I don't know what that will do to my book in time. But I don't see any problems on the back side, so far it's okay. And did I do one in the front? Nope, I just did the two. So I've only done two in there. And then the last one I'm going to show you is The Big Top by Kaiser Color. And this one, I got it off an office supply store because they were selling these Kaiser coloring books on an office supply store. And I didn't have any circus books. And I remember I had just watched The Greatest Showman. And I was like, I want a circus book. They didn't even have a circus book. And I looked high and low and I wanted like a good circus book. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this one. And yeah. So this is my daughter's masterpiece there. But I've done this one with the girl coming out of the, what is that called? The cannon shooter or whatever. It's a circus and there's gelato in the background. It's very, there's the clowns. Zen Doodly, there's your, I think that's supposed to be like The Greatest Showman, the actual head of the circus. He was kind of creepy looking though. Some more clowns. Sea lion. Another clown. I feel like I've done pictures like this. The Zen Doodly. And I've done the tightrope walker. And the background's all done with gelatos. My first time using gelatos. And she's colored with gel pens. And a little bit of pencil, but yeah, it was fun. So yeah, I haven't gotten rid of this book. I like the images I've done in this book. And I just need to decide if there's anything else I want to color in here. And if there's not, then just take the images that I did color out and recycle the rest. But I do like some of these clowns and the monkeys, so yeah. But that is my last book. So that was shelf 3 of my coloring book collection of shelves. And shelf 4 is going to have a lot of Asian books. And then I will be moving into Amazon books and so forth. And like I said, in this shelf, I didn't really have anything I want to get rid of at the moment. But that doesn't mean I won't have tons more in the future, especially when I get to the Amazon print books. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. If you saw any books here that you maybe need a link for, if I can find a link for you, I will definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments and I can search one out. But a lot of these are kind of unique, rare finds and are hard to find now, unfortunately. But I do want to share them with you because they are part of my collection. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.